reforms that have been sponsored, passed, and promoted by your Republican legislators, including the folks I have mentioned. So, all I'd like to say is the best is yet to come, because you see, in 2012, as a result of the gubernatorial election, you not only returned supermajorities to the North Carolina House, supermajorities to the North Carolina Senate, but you also gave us a partner in the executive branch, Governor Pat McCrory, and we are pleased to work with him as we go forward. So again, all of this starts with folks like you, our volunteers, our campaign workers, the people who are the backbone of the Republican Party. So I want to thank you for everything that you've done. I thank you for what you'll do in the next several months to return the legislature as a Republican majority, and also to make sure that we elect a Republican to the United States Senate, which is job one this year. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. I appreciate the opportunity to serve, and I thank you for what you do. Thank you.
Please stand up. We are so honored. This is leadership in the 6th District. And I'm going to ask you a little bit, Senator, but I've gotten to know you a little bit, and we know that he started from humble beginnings in Danville, but we are so honored that your leadership in the 6th District can make us proud. Thank you again, Senator. We appreciate it. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Senator, for attending. Again, appreciate everything you're doing. Betty Woods, Treasurer's Report. Hello, Betty. Where is Betty? Okay, we'll skip over that. Oh, is she? Okay.
Sixth Congressional District Convention Treasury Report from 4/6/13 through 4/1/14. We had a beginning balance of $557.31. Our convention proceeds from last year was $3,017.14. We wrote a check for $371.28 to TJ Kimball for our tech plan. We had a meeting hearing of the executive committee grant of $32.03. We got new checks, $19.25. Had an executive meeting supplies, $231.90. Velvet Cowan was reimbursed meeting supplies, $24.34. Betty Wood was reimbursed meeting supplies, $128.23. And Betty Wood was reimbursed for website, $239.85. Leaves us a balance of April 1st, $2,527.57. I'd like to submit this for audit.
Thank you, Betty. What that basically means, being submitted for audit according to convention rules means there's no vote necessary on it. Sergeant at Arms, rules call for, I can't read that card. I'm blind. Sergeant at Arms clear, the convention rules say no standing, everyone has to be seated. We're getting ready to go into some business. Madam Secretary, come on up here and let's talk about the minutes. They're in the minutes, ladies and gentlemen, delegates are inside your packet. Page 5. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chairman. Bring the Secretary up here. Anybody see any corrections, deletions, or any changes that need to be done to the minutes? Hearing none. Mike, yes, sir.
Move the item.
Move it? Thank you, sir. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Thank you, Mr. Knight. We're done there. Having done that, we're going to go on to new business. New business. We have a vacancy as Assistant Treasurer. I want to thank Phyllis Gibbs for her long service to the 6th District. And Phyllis, you have honored me greatly with your knowledge in the short time that we've worked together in the district, and I am honored and blessed. As that, I've asked Ernie Wittenborn to be your replacement as the chairman. Again, the way I run everything, I submitted his name to the delegation. I'd like to have a motion to accept him as Assistant Treasurer. No, I will. It's a separate issue. Yes, Mark Walker, Guilford County. Second? Second. Thank you, Sandra Burns with Guilford County. Any discussion?
I'm going to leave, like all of them.
I thought you were seconding the motion, Howard. God bless you, Howard, and thank you. Discussion closed, hearing none. All those signify by saying aye. All those opposed, hearing none. Thank you very much. We also want to notify the delegation that there is a Person County at-large member, but because the chairman of Person County is away, will not be able to fill that vacancy at this convention. Additionally, I have a very sad letter to read, in my personal opinion, but very positive letter. Give me a second, please. Chairman A.J. Daoud, I'm sending you a formal resignation from my duties as chairman of the Planning Organization Committee for the 6th District of the GOP-NC and the 6th District Representative on the NC Plan of Organization Committee effective April 6, 11:59. That's a weird time to pick. I have been honored to serve and so greatly appreciated the experience I've gained, and I am truly humbled to be gained such wonderful friends, and I'm sure we'll see great things. Good luck with the efforts you put forth, and I'll see you Saturday. That's Misty Odell. I'd like to give her a recognition and applause for the great work she's doing. Yes, and we originally were going to appoint her as an incoming treasurer. She accepted, but we're proud to say it's not a sad moment. It's sad for the 6th District, but where's Misty at? Stand up. I'm going to embarrass you. Stand up. This is a young person, up-and-coming leader, I feel, in the party. Oh, yeah. I'm going to make you blush. Misty has been hired as an AFP representative for the Triangle area. So we're not losing her, we're gaining her experience to go kick some more tail against the Democrats. Congratulations on your new position. Okay, before we go into the business at hand, there's a few rules I'd like to go ahead and read. That's all right, I don't need it. No. Mine personal. Just kind of rebriefing it. I just want to remind the body that according to rules that you've accepted on any plan of organization changes or any resolution changes, 8 minutes will be allotted, and that will be, when Marion comes back, will be allotted. According to the rules of the convention, there will be 2 people that could speak for and 2 people against. One of the people for will be the actual maker and submitter of the plan change or the resolution. Consequently, I want to go ahead and give you a disclosure as your chairman. Again, I run things a little bit differently than you might have been used to in the past. I do not pick and choose what comes to the floor. I do not vent or select what is submitted by the counties. As your district chair, I feel it's your responsibility, and I'm just the facilitator to making sure that these items go forward. Consequently, the procedure that was followed in the 6th District was all the committee chairs, which I'll have you read in a second, got together under the leadership of our first vice chairman, Stephen Erb. They met, reviewed resolutions of plan and organization changes on behalf of the different counties, and submitted them. I did not see or review them up until a week ago. And I will have so there's no chairman influence, there is transparency, and there is no undue tomfoolery. Having said that, some items are going to be tabled based on my research and based on what I've done. Having done that, I'm going to have Mr. Vice Chairman go ahead and tell you who the committee chairmen are that he met.
Okay, on page 6 is a list of all the different committees that we had working on the, near the bottom of the page. We have planning organization. Misty Adele was the committee chairman. Platform was Julie Evans. And if you'd stand up, Misty and Julie. We have, for the rules, is Tyler Haywood here? He's here. And resolutions, Brett McGraw.
These are your county chairmen, your committee chairmen. They will be representing the 6th district, except for Misty, at the state convention, and they've been working hard. Let's give a hand for all the work
And
they do.
we'll start off then with the planning organization.
Ladies and gentlemen, turn your booklets, and I'm following along with you at the same pace. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do is this, I will go step by step. Basically, this is the state plan of organization, which has been adopted in the past as the district plan of organization, with 2 amendments. One amendment was done in 2007, which permitted past chairman to be part of the executive committee, executive board of the 6th district. That passed unanimously in 2007. Last year, in 2010, you as a body also amended the state plan of organization for the district to permit Skyping, teleconferencing for conducting business within the 6th district. It's already in there. So having said that, if we go to page 7, this was submitted by Rockingham County. I'm going to go ahead and give Miriam your back. Where are you, Miriam? Need my timekeeper. There she comes. Two minutes per speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, I will take that strongly, and it will be in a timely fashion. Having said that, the speaking for Rockingham County, and they have a correction, will be Vice Chair Stephen.
Well, this was just an insertion of a word in the preamble that was missed. After the preserving the American, it should be American principles that founded the American Republic.
Having read that, do I have anybody who wants to speak for and speak and 2 against?
Mr. Chairman,
Yep.
clarification, I thought this matter had been tabled.
No, matter for the one provision in the plan of organization has been tabled.
Clarification. So what you're saying then is the gray area in the program.
It's been the recommended changes.
That's not being considered now, and just what we
No,
call red?
rule number 2, let me go back. Rule number 2. Give me a second here, folks. What page is that? Where's number 6? One moment, sir. Page-
Article 9, section
What page is it? 15. Page 15, Article 9, IXB. Correct. And the whole standing rules that are highlighted in that section has been tabled.
But I'm just asking about the very first page,
The other items we're going to discuss.
preamp. Yeah, I thought he had just brought up and he said something that wasn't the gray, and I was asking, is what the delegate just said the proposed amendment, or is it the part that's in the gray here?
Everything that's being proposed in the Graham Amendment, I think they wanted to insert one word. In the gray part, in the beginning, right after American principles.
Can I ask a question then for clarification? What exactly is meant by the sovereign persons?
Are you going to speak for or against, John?
I don't know, I'm
You're
trying
gonna-
to understand.
The rules of the convention were 2 people speak for, 2 people speak against. We've already had the time burnt by 1 for. I'd ask for people who are going to speak for and against the amendment with a 2-minute time limit. We're not going to take standing up and down questions.
Point of personal privilege, please.
Yes.
During the initial call here, I had made a motion on the floor to suspend the plan of organizations. I personally asked the minutes to be reread back because at that
I said the rule was being suspended, not the plan of organization.
But my motion was based on the plan of organization.
Well,
The minutes
we'll
repeated
verify
back
that.
was that item has been tabled.
We'll verify
So
that.
that item should reflect to be tabled, which would be the entire plan of organization at this point.
We'll verify that.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
What authority do you have to table a portion of the plan changes?
That's good. That's a good portion. That's a good thing to say. Just so the body knows, I was instructed by legal counsel of the party that it conflicts tremendously with the state plan of organization, and as such is null and void. I will tell you that what I was informed of is this particular issue and amendment is on the table for the state convention for a change to be made next year. Since the change has not been made prior to the convention, we are out of order, according to legal counsel of the state, to go ahead and review that particular section. And I have it in writing.
With all due respect, it sounds as if you've taken a unilateral decision. The legal counsel is perfectly acceptable.
It is the chair's privilege to table for further review because it is going to be brought up at the state convention. That's enough.
Point
Yes.
of order. There's been no motion or a vote on tabling anything, so removing it by the chair is improper.
No, it is not. According to the rules.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we reinstate the plan as delivered from the Plan Organization Committee and debated on the floor.
It's a moot issue because I've been advised by legal counsel not to do it. It will be discussed at the state convention. Correct? That's right. Parliamentarians rule that I'm in order. Please sit. Go ahead, Mayor.
Just was reaffirming the minutes back again.
She's looking at it now. Do we have anything?
Mike did say the plan of organization. I didn't have you say that.
You said plan, I said
I
rule.
did say plan of organization, and
I
that
just
actually came
ruled.
back as presented as being.
Why don't we do it this way in the sake of fairness?
So,
I didn't hear,
as
you
asked
didn't hear, we'll take it up for motion again.
Thank you.
Do we, as a body, want to address these changes submitted by the various counties to the plan of organization without rule number 2, Article 9, that we've been discussing that has been ruled under legal consideration by the state? Or do we want to adopt, as it was, the previous plan of organization from the previous convention without any of the submitted changes by the counties? I see Mr. Gorman like that. Mr. Gorman. Do I have a motion that we are going to address these changes without that one change? Yes, Ms. Diodati. You make the motion? Do I have a second?
I second
Thank-
all our elements.
Thank you. Any discussion? Having heard none, all those in favor please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed?
I don't understand. What was the motion?
The motion was to discuss the plan with the county's proposed changes in it. Motion passes, we're going to go ahead and review. Having heard that, we're going to go back to page 7, as submitted by Rockingham County. Insert the word republic that founded the American Republic and the principles of the sovereign person first outlined in the Declaration of Independence and the United States Constitution, later codified in North Carolina Constitution and Bill of Rights, and thus. Having heard that, 2 minutes has already been spent by the maker, which is our vice chairman from Rockingham County. There's 2 minutes remaining for a pro speaker, and there's 4 minutes remaining for 2 people who want to speak against it. Do I have anybody who wants to speak for the change? I did. Nobody speaking for. Anybody who wants to speak against? Ms. Diodati, are you against or for?
Yes.
Thank you. Come on up. Why don't you come up here? You'll have 2 minutes. Anybody else want to speak against?
Sorry.
So I talked with the state about this insertion, and to them, it was more of a platform statement and not something that should be included in our plan of organization. To me, I feel like this is, so like I said, I spoke with the state, and they said that this is more of a statement that should be included in our platform and not in a plan of organization. So I recommend that we don't include it because I think that it might be questionable to some as to what is a sovereign person.
Thank you. Anybody else want to speak on the proposed change? Having them close. Come on down, or are you pro or against? You have 2 minutes. No, one pro, because you already spoke. No, but one of the pros is who introduced the thing, that's what we discussed.
Okay, I won't take 2 minutes. Just the simple fact that the sovereign person is so questionable and so many people don't understand exactly what that is, that it would be inclusive in something that's trying to be something that everyone be agreeable upon. I think it should not be included.
Thank you, Ms. Moser from Surrey County. Speaking pro, we're going to bring our Vice Chairman back. Did you want to speak pro? Pro, okay. After Steve, you have probably about a minute remaining because you already used a minute.
The concept of sovereignty of the people is directly out of our Constitution, North Carolina Constitution, Article 1, Declaration of Rights, Section 2, Sovereignty of the people. All political power is vested in and derived from the people. All government of right originates from the people. It's founded upon their will only and is instituted solely for the good of the whole. And today, a lot of the progressives are trying to get rid of sovereignty. They're trying to take and put the power over into government, and that's why we have to bring this concept back in our preamble to our rules. It presents a return to the original concept that our rules and our country was founded on.
Thank you. Mr. North, Chairman, you have 2 minutes. And don't you cheat because it's his wife.
Sovereign, Webster's 1828 dictionary, a supreme lord or ruler, one who possesses the highest authority without control. Some earthly princes, kings, and emperors are sovereign in their dominions. This word is not found in our King James Version Bible. Some translations translate the King James Version Lord, which is Adonai, as sovereign. In other translations, this word is used interchangeably, referencing both God Almighty as sovereign and rulers of men as sovereign. The word sovereign is a natural word which has a high spiritual meaning for many of us. However, we must remember the natural meanings are there also. The sovereign God created man to be sovereign in the earth. Genesis 1:26-28. And God said, let us make man in our image, of our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, and over all the earth. Romans 8:14-17. For as many as led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. The Spirit itself of himself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of God. We are children of the sovereign God, and children and heirs, heirs of God and joint heirs with Christ. The preamble of our Constitution, state constitution, refers to Almighty God as the sovereign ruler. Article 1, Section 2 is headed Sovereignty of the People. That's in our state constitution. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. According to conventional rules, the discussion is closed. We'll go for a vote.
Point of information, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Bob Blassingame, Guilford County.
Hi, Bob.
just for clarity,
Yes, sir.
are we to understand that the items shaded in gray and underlined are not currently in the preamble?
That is
but
correct.
Are to be inserted if
Correct.
this is approved?
We're taking the gray areas one at a time, so the body could vote on it, because they were submitted by the counties, one line at a time. And whatever's approved will culminate our final plan of organization at the end. So right now, currently, delegates, you are voting just for this one line addition into the plan of organization. Everybody understand that? Thank you for the point of order, Bob. Having heard that, all those in favor of making this change in the plan of organization, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? No. Motion carries. The second edition, page 7.
Division.
What? Request for a standing vote. All those in favor, please stand. All those opposed? Okay. Need, let's see, who wants to count?
Roll call vote.
Yes. Just go ahead and count. If you can go ahead, please, and you count.
These are nays, correct, Chairman? Nays. Standing.
Right.
And don't forget the people in the back that are standing.
Okay.
We got 45 against.
Okay. Yays?
Please be seated. Motion does not carry. Motion does not carry. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring a point of order to you. I have no position on any of these items. I will not be voting on any of these items. As I've said to you before, I've always believed that you as the voting body should control what goes and how the direction of the business of the district should be. Also saying that, some of you do or do not know, I used to be a police officer. I do have partial deafness in one of my ears from a gunfight. So please, when we do a voice vote, please yell loudly enough so we can move on quickly and not have everything as a standing vote. So I do apologize for not hearing that last vote correctly. But again, please yell loud enough. Having said that, let's move to page 7, the second gray area. Stated 6th Congressional District, or derivatives of such titles shall have one and the same meaning as the plan of organization.
Mr. Chairman, point of order.
Yes, sir.
Going back originally what I said, originally with the motion being put on to make changes to the agenda, and I asked for the plan of organization to hold off at this point. That item was tabled. We should actually vote on whether or not we want to proceed any further.
We did.
On any plan of organization.
We did vote on reviewing the plan of organization and was voted unanimously to continue.
There was.
Yes, right after you made that previous statement, Mike. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Anybody disagree with that statement? I think we all did vote, right? Okay, I want to make sure. You might have been in the bathroom, Mike. Okay, second, I'm taking it one part at a time. Having
AJ,
said,
it was a motion to discuss, it wasn't a motion to table.
okay,
I'm sorry.
no, that's fine, that's fine. Having said that, the second part, anybody want to speak for or against? I'm going to have the maker of the motion come up really quick. Do we have a representative from Rockingham County? Talk about that addition? I'm doing each one. It may take a little bit of time, but everybody needs to be done.
Well, that second section of that first paragraph is just basically defining the 6th congressional district, either by saying congressional district or any derivative of that title.
Having heard that, I also see that the 6th congressional district has been added to membership, page 7 down. Since this looks like we're just adding the 6th congressional district to the wordage of these paragraphs, if there's no objection, I'll have a motion to go ahead and put those in. Stand up, or please give your name and be recognized. Justin?
Justin Hall, Alamance County.
Second?
Matthew Hatter, Rockingham County.
Any discussion? Remember, we have 8 minutes for, 8 minutes for and against.
Mr. Chairman, I call the question.
Thank you very much, sir. Having called the question, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Mr. Chairman.
Hang on a second. Yes, go ahead, sir.
Matthew Hatter from Rockingham County. I move that we consolidate all of the non-substantive changes such as adding 6 congressional districts, 6, 6, 6, 6, and other verbiage changes to make those substantive changes to the plan into one single consolidated move in the interest of being efficient.
I second that.
Thank you. State your name for the record, county you came from.
Jeff I. Guilford.
Matthew Hatter, Rockingham was the maker of the motion.
I would say this would all hold true up to what you're saying, up to page 14, correct?